I'm not really sure how today's video is gonna go, but we're gonna be trying out the new Hipdot and Care Bears collection. These are the little like eyeshadows. We're gonna be testing them out, see what we think, see how they work. I'm very curious about these myself, so let's go ahead and jump in now. I was trying to decide if these deserved like a full video or not, but I am so genuinely curious on these little eyeshadows from the brand Hipdot that I was like, let's sit down, let's film it. That way we can get like my actual reaction to trying them out. I'll show you guys how they work, swatch them, do all the fun things. So the brand Hipdot did send these over to me. These are the Care Bear eyeshadows. So when I saw these on Trend Mood originally, I was very confused. I'm like, I don't get it. But I have seen like some swatches and stuff of it, but it's basically an eyeshadow. Like this whole little bear is an eyeshadow that you can use. So it's very interesting. So we have the yellow one, and then we also have the pink one to try out today. There are two additional shades. There is a like blue one and then also a purple, but I don't have those ones to share with you, but I do have these two. So these retail for $16 on the Hipdot website, and it is $56 if you want to get all four of them. So if you wanted to buy the full set. I do feel like these are meant to be more of a collector's item. I don't really see anyone like buying these just for the eyeshadow itself, but it's a really cool concept. I'm all into people being innovative and doing something a little bit different, so I was kind of genuinely actually curious on these when I seen them launching, so I was like, let's try it out. So this one here is the shade Good Vibes. It says number 8 on it, and this is what the actual eyeshadow looks like. So it's in like this little egg, and you can like pop it open. I was finding it a little hard to open. I opened it a second ago just to see, and it was like really hard to open, which I mean isn't the worst thing because obviously you want your eyeshadow to be protected, but I did have to grab like a little bobby pin, so I just want to mention that to you guys. Once you get it open, here is a close-up of what the bear looks like. I mean, the attention to detail on here is actually really stunning. So it's just like a full little Care Bear in there. It's just so cute, and then the egg closes like so. You could display it. It does have a flat bottom, so you could just display this out on your vanity. I think the actual idea behind it is really cute, and it could be cute if they keep doing this to where they have like different characters, or they kind of keep up with like this little egg type eyeshadow. I think it's a cool concept. I don't feel like people are necessarily purchasing individual eyeshadows right now. I know the Charlotte Tilbury shadows got a lot of peak of interest though, because those look really pretty, but I don't really see a lot of people purchasing single shadows. So I feel like this is a kind of a different way to do something, you know, with single shadows that is still kind of fun, because let's be honest, like whoever goes through an entire single shadow. So I mean, it could be something you just kind of reach in for every once in a while for like a fun little look. So this is the gold one. We're gonna try them out on the eyes. I did notice that this one here, it said that it was a face one. I think these are just like eyeshadows, but this one does say baked face powder. So I don't know, we might try this pink one on the face as a blush and see how that works. I'm gonna try it with a brush and then also with my finger, and we'll see the application with the two. So I did just open the pink one. This one's a little bit easier to open, so maybe the gold one's just kind of like a hard little shell, but here's a look at the little pink one. Again, so cute. I do want to swatch them both. I'm just like wondering how like hard this is actually glued to the surface. Like I don't want to like rub the little bear too hard. It doesn't seem like it's gonna like break completely, but it definitely moves a little in there. So I feel like I'm kind of like holding down the bear while I'm rubbing on it so I can get the swatch. I mean, I feel like the concept is cool of this, but I don't really know if it's like too gimmicky, you know, because like I don't know, how much of this bear are you really gonna use? But anyways, here is a look at the swatch. I mean, it looks pretty, and swatch it out on the hand. I mean, it looks nice. It kind of seems like almost like a wet formula, like a wet metallic. There's the pink shade. I mean, it looks pretty nice. I don't know what to expect with these, honestly. I'm kind of just going into this like, I don't know what to think. I didn't purchase these. I feel like I personally probably wouldn't have purchased these. Hipdot did send them my way, but I still feel like I was genuinely curious about it. Like the thought crossed my mind about grabbing one, but I feel like I have such a large makeup collection that I'm like, I don't really need something like this, but I kind of wanted it. So I'm glad that they sent them my way. And then here is the gold shade, and then I'll go ahead and swatch that one. I mean, again, it looks pretty. I do feel like that one, I don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious to try these out on the eyes. They come and almost have like a metallic look to them, like a metallic finish almost, but they do look a little bit sheer too. So I'm kind of curious to see how they do look on the eyes and on the face. So let me zoom you up and we'll go ahead and get into trying them out. So the website did say you could apply them with a brush as well as your finger, a fluffy brush nevertheless, which seems interesting because I feel like it would make more sense for it to be a dense brush. But I'm gonna try it the way that they say. So I'm gonna take my little brush and grab some off our little teddy bear. Such a weird concept, but I would think that this would be similar if you're using a brush to like working off an eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna try to load it up just because I do feel like it is a little bit more of a sheer formula, so I'm gonna kind of just go like this on my little teddy bear here. The website did recommend using an eye base, so I'm actually just gonna use my concealer only because I typically use this, so I wanna use like what I normally use, my CoverGirl Undercover concealer. So we'll just set this down first really quickly. All right, and I'm just gonna take my brush and see what happens. Like I said, a fluffy brush seems kind of interesting to apply for this. So I'm kind of just tapping this in, see what happens. And I feel like you can definitely see it. It's not like I typically put a metallic like on my lid this way per se. Like I'm not really normally putting it in my crease. I feel like you can see it. I more or less would use this probably as like a topper shade over some other mattes, but I'm just trying it out to see how it works with the brush. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Grab some on my finger now and see kind of how that looks. So I'm just kind of holding the bear again to make sure it's like steady and I'm not tipping it over. But let's try it that way where I kind of just glide it. Okay. Yeah, that looks much better. I feel like it kind of does look diffused a little in the crease. So if you wanted to wear that just like on its own, I feel like it would look nice. Let's try out the pink shade. This time I'm just going to go in just with my finger with this one and see if we can get a similar look without using it in our crease as well. Okay, so there's that one. That one looks pretty sheer. Let me see if I can build it up a little bit more here. Kind of tapping. I don't know what I was expecting. I was almost wanting it to be like more metallic, like they're pretty, but I just feel like they're kind of just like a little bit washed out, but I mean, I don't hate them. And it's such a cool concept. It's like, I can't hate it because it's so cool, but it's not like a shadow that's like blowing me away with like the performance of it. But the concept of it is so cool. It's like I'm torn. Let's try the pink one on the face too, just for like a little bit of fun. So I'm just gonna grab this here on my brush. Again, try to be careful so I don't like knock it over. And then we'll see if we can apply it on the face. That's like a face color. Seeing a little bit of glow. I feel like on a fluffy brush though, it's hard to get the product to like pick up. So I don't know that that's like the best way to use it. I feel like it's probably gonna work better on my finger. I'm seeing a little bit of glow, but I don't really see much. Normally I feel like I would apply like a mascara and a lash and like complete the look, but I really just wanted to just like test these out for you guys, kind of more just like raw, real, my feelings on them, and instead of like trying to make it a whole look, like they are just eyeshadows. So I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely a cool concept. I would be curious to see them like maybe come out with some more like little characters. I'm not saying that I'm mad at having these in my collection. I definitely don't think they're one that I'm going to be reaching for. I probably honestly won't use these again. I'll just kind of set them on my vanity. But a lot of times not everybody wants makeup for use. I know that that seems like what we buy makeup for, but a lot of people do just buy things for collections and to kind of have the nostalgia of it. And I think that the people that are probably buying these are those type of people. I don't think it's someone that's gonna like put this in their clutch and use it every single day. So I do think it's a cool concept. I do think it's kind of fun. It's something different. Would I regret it if I purchased these myself? Maybe, only because I feel like they would be more bought as a decor, not so much makeup, but it's a cool concept. I just am kind of maybe thinking, just wondering too, like over time, would they dry up? Like, I just don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I would love to know your thoughts down below. I thought this would just be like a fun little chatty little video to do and kind of get your guys' thoughts on these. Did you end up buying one? I will link them down below if you do want to grab one and try it out for yourself. It's kind of fun to try. Thank you as always for watching. I'm so curious to read the comments in this video, so drop your thoughts down below and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye friends.